why you're not manifesting and what you need to know about manifestation to actually be able to manifest the type of life that you want. So we're going to talk about the law of assumption. And what that actually means is your beliefs and assumptions shape your experiences in life, okay? What you assume to be true about yourself is actually going to be reflected in your reality and in all aspects of the experience that you're having on a day-to-day general level. Okay, we have different levels of consciousness, right? Different energy levels. So you'll have lower to higher ones. The lower ones will look like shame, survival. The higher levels will be joy and peace, bliss, etc. Okay, now we make unconscious assumptions about ourselves all the time. The beliefs that we're not even aware of are the ones that are running the show in our subconscious. In our subconscious. So if we're having feelings like unworthiness or abandonment, and that is our general vibe, think about it as being in a skyscraper in a big building, right? And say you're on level 2, and that's the level of shame or abandonment, okay? You're only going to have experiences that are equivalent to that level 2 on the skyscraper. As you start healing and realizing those assumptions about yourself are not true, what will happen is that you will start going up to higher levels. And as you go to higher levels in the skyscraper, so to speak, you will start having different experiences equivalent to the level that you're on in that moment, okay? So if we're functioning at a lower vibration, at a lower level, we won't be able to have higher experiences or be able to draw to us a higher general level of being, in the sense of having that type of life that you want to have and attracting those things that you desire, because it's always coming from a place of being and where we're being in the moment, how we're showing up to life. Okay, so what we can do to start understanding where these beliefs come from is simple as journaling and looking back to, where did this come from? Where could I have felt abandoned in my life? Where did I create that feeling of me not being worthy? In my case, it would obviously be going back to the time when my dad left when I was a baby, and I formed a belief that I was unworthy, and that's the reason why he left. So I was carrying that subconscious belief around with me for a long time. What I needed to do is reframe that story and say to myself, it wasn't me that it was unworthy, it was my environment that wasn't prepared to take care of me and my needs couldn't get met. Doesn't mean that my dad was a bad person, doesn't mean I was a bad person, but it's time to reframe the narrative so I can let go of that story and change it to an empowering one, so I no longer use it to my detriment, and I start being empowered by my story instead of living on a lower level such as abandonment. Okay, so this is how we're going to be able to actually manifest the things that we want into our life, because when you reframe your story, you reframe what you think about yourself. And the most important and the most vital thing in being able to attract the life that you want is what you think about yourself. Okay, so if your manifestations aren't working, start asking yourself, what could you be feeling underneath, and start journaling about times in your life where you think you could have made up stories about yourself, about feelings that you're feeling on the inside and feel uncomfortable to you. Okay, guys, so I hope that helps. See you soon.